Last summer, I went to Portsmouth, New Hampshire with my sister because she was planning this whole entire wedding that was absolutely incredible. Congratulations to her. And it was last year when she was planning for it that I decided to go on a whale watch. I didn't know what was going to happen, if I'd be seasick or not. And it turned out to be extremely surreal. And this is a shot that I have framed. I put it into a gallery, and after that, I decided it was time for redemption because I missed a whale breach, which sucked. So let's get right into that. So this is the shot that made it into a gallery in Arizona, which was super wicked. And you know, as much as I'm impressed by it and excited about it, there was more work that had to be done. Before I even begin to start thinking about this whale watch, I have just been doing some runs in Maine in the morning, and the best part about running is it brings you to these gorgeous places that you usually never see when you're driving around. So pretty psyched to find this little area right now and just laying low for a bit and then getting back to the grind. So between then and those next 48 hours was an amazing time. And then I got on a boat ride. I don't even know where this came from, but it was definitely not a beautiful trip. It was the most rocky I have ever seen the Atlantic Ocean, and of course I was going on it. So let me show you that, and I wish I had like a drone just following us, because seeing something from a point of view, it just doesn't show anything really. And you can see how much the boat was rocking, but it was nothing compared to what you would have seen if it was more zoomed out on scale. But let's get right into it. So I had a really late night with my sister's wedding yesterday, and I just got to this whale watch. It's been well over a year in the making since the last one, and there's just some specific shots I want, and I am hoping to get the one kind of mini bucket shot of a whale that I'd like, and I guess we're gonna see how this goes. So I'm pretty stoked about it. I'll admit, I'm surprised I didn't puke. I did at one point while everyone was watching the whales. I tried to go to the back, but it was so crowded that I couldn't. So I just sat down for a bit because the boat was literally sideways half the time. And I'm not a person who really gets seasick or anything. So this was totally new to me. And I felt like the world was turning sideways. But I had a mission, and I wasn't going to give up, even if that was failure, or if I couldn't get the shot off because I was puking overboard. I was determined. So yes, that's the part about photography that sometimes can suck. And meanwhile, I did get a fin whale that I photographed and a lot of other, I guess you would say, really neat whale tail shots, but it was nothing compared to the year before, and especially because it was just so rocky on the ocean. But here are those shots now. I hope you enjoy, and yeah, that's about it. those photos were all right, but once I got back into Maine and got out of New Hampshire where that whale watch was, there was so many incredible scenes in front of me of the surfers between that night when it was turning into golden hour and the next morning, which was super moody. I think that was 10 times more exciting to take photographs of. But I will show those now and then we'll close out the video. Alright, so that brings a close to the video. I just really wanted to highlight this to show how difficult wildlife photography can be at times. I've been shooting owls from, I think it was July, and they were still around in the area. And I have had some incredible moments where I've gotten to see them interact with one another. And then there's some days where either I don't see these owls at all, or they don't really do anything interesting and it's just a shot of them in a tree. So that is how wildlife photography goes, and I think that was the main premise behind this entire video. But I was really psyched about the surfers and those shots because they were super moody the next day. But until next time, if there's any sort of video you want to see, please feel free to leave a comment. And also, if you haven't done so already, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.